representative of Honorable Minister in the President's office, who is in charge of women, youth, and people with disabilities of South Africa, Her Excellency Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. So whoever is representing the Honorable Minister, we do recognize your effort. I also am aware that African Union Youth Envoy, Ms. Chido Pemba, is with us here. I recognize the representative of the UNDP South Africa, Mr. Maxwell Gomera. I do recognize each and everyone who came here to support this i-bootcamp organized by YALDA. And good morning to you, Ms. Laon Hulela. We do recognize your effort, and the chairperson of i-bootcamp, Mr. Grant, and all the representatives of youth organizations. But more importantly, good morning, youth of Africa.
Good morning.
Yes, I would like to welcome you to this 9th YALDA i-bootcamp 2024 edition. It's an absolute honor and privilege to address such a distinguished audience filled with young minds seeking to shape the future of African continent to achieve the Africa we want. I would have loved to be with you physically in Pretoria. Unfortunately, I couldn't because this event has coincided with AfCFTA Staff Retreat, and all my colleagues and I could not travel to be with you physically. You are aware that the AfCFTA Agreement represents a historic milestone in the journey towards economic integration of Africa and regional cooperation. And this agreement that has so far been signed by 54 countries and ratified by 47 countries aims to create the largest free trade area, expanding opportunities for businesses and boosting intra-Africa trade. It is projected that the AfCFTA will increase African trade by over 50% by 2030, presenting immense potential for economic growth and development. However, our focus in this 9th edition of YALDA i-bootcamp goes beyond the AfCFTA agreement itself, as we are here to highlight the importance of women and youth in trade. You will recall that at the 35th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly, which was held in February 2022 in Addis Ababa, heads of state and government decided to include the protocol on women and youth in trade within the scope of the AfCFTA agreement. The inclusion of the protocol on women and youth in trade within the scope of the AfCFTA agreement is founded on the commitment of the AU heads of state and government to broaden inclusiveness in the operations of the AfCFTA through interventions that support young Africans, women and youth, and medium enterprise and small and medium enterprises, as well as the integrating informal cross-border traders into the formal economy by implementing the simplified trade regime. Furthermore, the inclusion of women and youth in the AfCFTA agreement contributes to broader mission of increasing the role of African women across all aspects of development to achieve Aspiration 6 of the Agenda 2063, which envisage an Africa whose development is people-driven, relying on the potential of African people, especially its women and youth, and caring for children. And also, it also contributes to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 5, which seeks to attain gender equality and empower all women and girls by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, we now know that the inclusion of this protocol within the AfCFTA framework is a testament to our continent's commitment to ensuring that no one is left behind. It is therefore an honor to share with you that after the lengthy process of negotiations, capacity building, and regional and national consultations, the Protocol on Women and Youth in Trade was successfully adopted by the 37th AU Assembly of Heads of State in Addis Ababa this February. It's just 2 days ago that our protocol was adopted, so we should be proud of this. The adoption of the AfCFTA Protocol on Women and Youth in Trade by the Heads of State represents a significant step in African leaders' efforts towards increasing youth participation and engagement for sustainable implementation of the AfCFTA. We must address the reality that women and youth face unique challenges when it comes to participating in trade and entrepreneurship. Overcoming these barriers is not only a matter of gender equality, but also critical for our economic progress, I mean. Women and youth make up a significant proportion of our African population, and by empowering them, we unlock their potential to becoming agents of change, economic drivers, and leaders in their respective fields. To fully leverage the benefits of the AfCFTA Agreement, we must eliminate gender inequality and improve accessibility, capacity building, and financing opportunities for women and youth. We need to remove the barriers that hinder their participation, such as limited financing opportunities, limited access to education, technology, and financial resources. Enhancing their skills, knowledge, and entrepreneurial capacities will not only contribute to economic growth, but also will foster social stability and inclusive development. This protocol on women and youth in trade calls for targeted initiatives, including mentorship programs, incubators, and support networks to nurture and amplify the potential of women and youth in trade. It seeks to promote gender-responsive policies that provide equitable access to market, capital, and technology. It is crucial that we all place a strong emphasis on promoting digital literacy and e-commerce skills among women and youth. Moreover, this protocol aims to encourage the government, the private sector entities to establish mechanisms and platforms that facilitate the meaningful participation of women and youth in trade policy formulation and decision-making process. Their voices must be heard and considered for an inclusive, sustainable trade ecosystem. Today, I urge all of us to take a stand. Let us commit ourselves to championing the cause of women and youth in trade and entrepreneurship. As young leaders, we have the power to shape the narrative, challenge existing norms, and break down the barriers hindering inclusive growth. Let us leverage the immense potential of the AfCFTA Agreement and the Protocol on Women and Youth in Trade to create a future where women and youth can thrive, contribute, and reap the benefits of a united and prosperous Africa. In conclusion, I believe that by expanding our trade horizon, empowering women and youth, and fostering an enabling environment for their participation, we can unlock the full potential of our continent. Let us seize this opportunity to build an Africa that is innovative, inclusive, and that provides equal opportunities for all of us. Together, we can create a brighter future for our generation and generations to come. The AfCFTA Secretariat is committed to support your stakeholders and collaborate with you, all youth organizations like YALDA, Ikoyaka, and others to raise awareness about the AfCFTA Protocol on Women and Youth in Trade. We have now come to the end of negotiations of the protocol, and time has come to focus more on reactivities on implementation of the protocol. We have to take this in our hands. We have to own not only the AfCFTA process entirely, we also have to own this protocol that was given to us as an opportunity for meaningful participation in the Africa's economic development agenda. I would like not to take much of your time. Indeed, it is a pleasure for me to be here addressing you virtually. I would have loved to be with you physically. I wish you fruitful deliberations, and thank you very much for the organizers for the effort, but also for giving us this opportunity to engage. We remain committed, we remain available wherever and whenever you need our support. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prudence. Time for negotiation.